Hello, everybody, and welcome to our coverage of episode 43 of the Ninjago TV series. This episode is called The Greatest Fear of All. And that sounds ominous, doesn't it, guys?
It's spiders.
It sounds generic.
Nah,
There have
Takuma.
been so many greatest fears. It's played out.
How do you know? Maybe this is a secret fear.
But it's being the title.
So anyway, this episode's pretty cool. Second to last episode of the season. LJ, would you mind recapping it for us, please?
I'm trying to have dinner, so maybe. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So, episode starts off, and how we watched it, it did not have the snazzy intro. Oh, no, never mind, it did. Starts off with the recap. Get the snazzy intro. That's all nice and good and all. And we see the Ninja and company flying on over to Ninjago. For some reason, this perplexed me. They said they had lost a day's time because they needed to practice getting used to their fears to control the dragons.
And it seemed really shoehorned in. Sorry, I interrupted. But it seemed kind of shoehorned in, too. Like, just, oh, by the way, they lost time, so here's a reason.
I thought they implied
sucks.
they had to go back to get Dareth. Because they wouldn't leave a man behind.
One of them specifically said it takes practice getting used to your fears and calling the dragons or whatever. I forget the exact word, but essentially, yeah. One of them said it took practice.
They say they lost a day. They get to Ninjago. Everything is perfectly A-okay. Nothing has happened at all. Nobody has attacked anyone. So they land their dragons. Antics semi-ensue. People are a little freaked out about Garmadon and Skylar being snakes, despite the fact that they still have snakes getting groceries. You never explain. So, as the episode continues, we cut on over to Chen. They haven't attacked anyone because, as it turns out, the spell is wearing off, and they need the true essence of an anachondri, of an actual anachondri, to complete the spell and make it permanent.
And you know what that
Where
means?
are we going to get one of those? Well, we'll find out. So, they do that. Antics are about to ensue. So, back at the ninjas' kind of headquarters, kind of secret base, they all reconvene. You know, Zane's back, hip hip hooray. And Garmadon is feeling guilty about not telling Wu about the whole letter thing. So, they all discuss what's going on and what they're going to do and what has happened and what hasn't happened. And, what happens next, Messa? What's the dialogue next? What makes them go over to the prison?
Well, they talk about what they need to do, and they say, well, there's only one thing we can do. Because Skylar notices it's wearing off as well. And somehow they know what they need to do. And I kind of forget. But they need to go get Pythor. I think it's because they needed to ask how to defeat
There we go. Yes, they need to figure out how to defeat an anachondri, and the only person who knows how to defeat an anachondri would naturally be an anachondri. So they go to the high security prison full of what I can only describe as a plethora of cameos and references. They get there. It's a happy, friendly place with traps all along the walls. And we see all the villains Ninja have fought in the past. It's a really great way to have all these different cameos. Well, we find Pythor, and he's still shrunk and whatnot, and he's having his own little Pythor tea parties, which is quite amusing. And they try and figure out what's what and how to defeat the Anachondri. Well, turns out you can't. Bottom line, you just can't. At the time they figure that out, bam, Anachondri attack. Get Pythor, because they figure out he's there. So they start freaking out that they need to get Pythor out of there ASAP when all heck breaks loose. The Anachondri bust in, and they start fighting them and lose pretty horribly. And then just all-out brawl.
Bunch of other villains, too.
Not yet. Well, long story short, after the antics ensue to an insane degree, and good old, what's his name, is that No-Eyed Pete?
Oh yeah,
I forget
the pirate.
The blind pirate.
The pirate, yeah, I forget his name. But
yeah, he ends up releasing everyone. And I swear, I don't know if this is true, but I think there was a cameo by the writers of the Lego movie, at least in minifig form. I swear that's them.
yeah, they're in prison.
Yeah, so absolutely everything just breaks out. Everyone gets out. Just mass antics. They're ensuing everywhere. Well, the ninja get out. They get back to base without Pythor, who gets captured by Chen and his goons. And they see that Chen is releasing a bunch of different trucks, a bunch of his noodle trucks, to go to all these highly populated cities. And they assume, well, all these trucks could hold, what was it, 200, 300 in a Condre?
Think so, yeah.
It was a lot. It was just a lot
200.
So basically, anyone that they get to and before the ninja is going to be dead.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. So they know Chen is trying to split them up because it's not just the ninja, it's the ninja and all their buddies from the tournament, all the other masters of the elements. And they end up, okay, fine. We'll split up. We will go and stop these trucks. So they take the dragons and they go. Then they stop the trucks. Long story short. Well, quickly cut over to Chen. Chen needs the essence of an anachondri. So instead of chopping Pythor's head off, he instead just makes him run a little hamster wheel with a giant rat chasing him. That is torture, I'm pretty sure, in a lot of countries.
Poor Pythor. He gets the short end of the stick.
Is that a small joke?
Yes, it was.
Okay, good. So, I must commend him for his stamina. Anyway, all the ninja, they stop all the trucks, the antics have ensued, but then everyone realizes all the trucks are empty. They are a complete and total diversion, which allows Chen to attack wherever he wants without ninjas interfering.
Chen is
That's
great.
Where the episode ends.
Chen is very intelligent. As the episodes go on, he's risen from the ranks of lameness to become quite a neat villain. Neato, I guess you could say. He knows how to play people and pit them against each other. What do you guys think about this episode before I give my opinion?
Takuma?
So much for the Deus Ex Machina dragons.
Yeah, they were pretty much just used for fast travel and then gone.
This is where I really don't get it. Because I could almost see, oh man, now that they all have dragons that are completely useless and ultimately serve no purpose for a very short amount of time, if they were all in sets and they had to showcase them. But that's not even the case. So I really don't understand the point of all this unless it has some sort of strong implication in the next season.
It's quite possible. Just lay on the foundation. Again, it wasn't really a big logic leap for the dragons to exist. It's just kind of something nice to have in your back pocket as a secondary ability. Call upon a dragon, get anywhere fast,
I was also under the impression that you had to completely face and defeat your fear, not just, oh, I'm not afraid right now, so I can use a dragon.
Yeah, and it was they never really elaborated on what the fear was.
The dragons and wyverns, as they are respectively, were pointless and stupid in my opinion.
They're not.
They looked cool though.
Good.
They looked cool.
They just didn't serve
pointless.
an important.
Okay, maybe not stupid, but pointless.
They may in the future, but yeah.
They may in the future, but as it stands, they're pointless.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I think I see the point to them. I'm glad there is a way for the ninja to get fast travel because, because they got all scared, they got lost all their dragon powers because they got scared. Not only does that, it works on a message standpoint, sure, but as far as the story actually goes, it works. It advances the story. They have fast travel, and they got all split up. Chen actually played them very, very well.
Yup. Never underestimate the crazy noodle guys.
Great. Just great.
Well, what'd you think about the rest of the episode, aside from the dragons?
Honestly, I liked it. I liked all the throwbacks and the cameos. I really want to know if those were the writers of the Lego Movie. That'd be really funny if that were the case.
Yeah.
Randomly placed, but funny nonetheless. There was a scene when Cole was bashing down all the walls. He went through a room and there were two guys. One of them had glasses. I think that was a cameo for the writers of the Lego Movie.
Phil and Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Were they the director? Yeah. Huh, I did not know that.
Or writers or whatever. But yeah, I think that was two of them. I'm not sure totally. But I really liked the episode. I enjoyed the pace. The pace was very nice. And I do like how all the ninja did get split up. I do feel in the end, the whole dragon thing, it does make logical sense. But I think you mentioned a while back, Meso, that it kind of just yanks away anything special that Lloyd had. And he was built up very early on to be like the grandmaster of Spinjitzu.
They have really knocked Lloyd way down. And I don't mind it because I always thought that his prominence to such a high degree was going to make the rest of the ninja irrelevant pretty fast. But they've done a good job of balancing the cast. No one person is more overpowered than another. It's just funny to see how far he's actually fallen over the course of the season. I remember back in the day when he was supposed to be like the guy to face Lord Garmadon, and there was the whole Great Devourer thing back when he was annoying and a young kid. Man, those were the days.
Oh my goodness. But I did like the episode. The pacing was nice. It's getting a roll on anything. I mean, it was good, except for the fact that, the whole time thing. The only real problems I've had with this season have been continuity-wise. Pretty much it.
Yeah. Takuma, what do you think, aside from the dragons?
This is the first time before Pythor was just kind of but I actually really liked him here. Maybe it's because of the ridiculous voice he had while shrunk, but I'm interested to see what happens with Pythor. That I'm genuinely interested in seeing.
Yup. Okay, well, I guess I'll talk about it now. I really liked it as far as a setup to the finale, because the next episode is, in fact, the last episode of the season. I think it did the job very nicely, and it set the stakes real high. And I also must comment on, and I will probably go in more depth in the finale coverage, I really like the larger cast of characters, the rest of the Elemental Masters. They don't take away screen time or anything from the ninja, who are the main characters, but they're there and they're interesting. They all have good personality, and they really add a lot to the character of the show. Even Skylar, although she's not one of the stronger ones as far as personality goes.
Definitely
cool.
Not.
I like the cast. And I'm just, I'm really excited. The Anaconda, they're doing stuff. They're fighting. Yeah, villains. Yeah. Instead of random cultist mooks. It's good to have a sense of danger. I quite enjoy that. And the stage is set for a wonderful ending. So yeah, with that being said, that's pretty much it for episode 43. Greatest fear of all. Oh yeah, and Pythor was cool. Just to echo Takuma's sentiments. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Unless you guys have anything else to add.
Oh my goodness. I can't really think of anything. I'm sure I'll think of it after this. I want to say more. I really want to say more because, with Chima, we had a lot to say about it. We had to deconstruct it to build it back up again.
Yeah.
But with this, it's so much harder because I really want Kahi to be here. Okay. I should not say this lightly. I want Kahi to be here so we can have an argument. There. Okay.
Likewise.
Got that out of the way.
We'll rope him in for next season.
All right, good. Maybe he'll actually watch it and be invested because this is a really good show.
Yeah, it's just hilarious how he followed Shima and watched almost every episode of that and suffered through it, and then isn't here for Ninjago, which is consistently of high quality.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's pretty much it for our coverage of episode 43. Stay tuned. Immediately after this, like the following day after this is released, we'll be releasing our final coverage of this season of Ninjago as the Tournament of Elements draws to a close.
Sniffity sigh.
Till then, we will see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.